Yo, what's good? I'm Solus, and today I will be talking about the snowball effect and about going for what you want. Uh, I will try to keep uh, talk in a very uh, like shit. I'm already messing up, so just express my mind as best as possible. And this video is mainly for me. I will try to speak as best as I can, but mainly I want to cover like a couple of events that happened and that I can reflect on myself. So yeah, and just to even for myself to even uh, remember these lessons that I learned even better. So one of them is I have this really good friend who is studying in Netherlands. Like he's studying like I would say one of the most difficult subjects, which is like physics and computer science. And it's basically a rocket science. No, it's not. Of course, all the physics subjects are hard, but this one I would say is especially hard. So he's studying that, and basically let me position this as best. Basically, yeah, he's studying that, and you know, while he's working, while he's studying one of the most hardest subjects, he's also like worked on this project for like 2 years. And this project, keep in mind, it took him like around 2,000 hours to complete, and it's basically this very complex CFD simulation. So it's basically simulating how different water moves, like even like air moves around the car. It's like that. So it's a very difficult thing to simulate, basically. And he's been implementing this using a GPU. It doesn't matter. It's just such a... And he had this passion for 2 years, and it survived all his breakups, everything. Like, all the shit that he went through. Like, he told me it wasn't like, you know, there was so much shit going on, and everything. Like, he survived, and he was working on it 40 hours a week. Of course, not all the weeks, but most of the weeks he was working for that amount of time in that project. So just imagine how much dedicated you have to be to keep working on it, even when all that shit is happening to you. And yeah, you would think that that's where the story ends. No, basically throughout the summer, it was these chain of events. He told his professor, yo, I did this project. Then his professor said, oh yeah, write me at the end of the summer. Through the summer, not even knowing what that is gonna yield him, he still pushed on and spent so much time perfecting it and making it better. After that, he contacted the professor again. The professor didn't respond. Again, still didn't respond. Again, third time. Then the professor responded. Imagine if he quit then. So he even persisted then. And after that, he came to the professor invited to meet him. He came to the room, to some random room. There were 2 other very high level professors sitting, and he basically had to, he was questioned for around 1.5 hours on his project. Almost every single line of code, not every single line of code because the project is so big, but every single concept, he was just bombarded with questions, every single concept he had to explain. And he didn't even know there was some of this kind of evaluation going on. So that was complete news to him. After a while, you know, he thought, oh shit, like, you know, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I just show my project, maybe I could add this edit CB. And after that, the professor was so impressed by his work, by all the work he did till that point, that he sent his contacts to a very high level company. I don't want to leak this too much, but like, and basically had to do the same thing to the company's director, explain the whole thing, and he was bombarded with questions again, just for about 2 hours, just explaining everything. And of course he understood everything. And then he was invited to speak in front. After that, he got invited to speak in front of the whole company's development team. Imagine, not even completing bachelor's. And then he gave all the preparation he had did. Of course, he understood everything to the last bit of code. And after that, he thought, oh shit, like, okay, that's pretty much it, I gave this presentation. But after he was taking the train back home, he got a call, a job offer at one of the best companies that he could ever imagine working on, not even finishing bachelor's. And that's just crazy. It's these chains of events, and it started only in his mind. Only in his mind he imagined to making this project a reality. And he put 2,000 hours, close to 2,000 hours, till he actually saw a result. So that's just crazy. And it's one thing when you read these biographies of very successful people, and they're I think to some degree they are made to look nicer. Some words are nicer, the story is made nicer, so basically they are creating a personal brand. But when you hear the story from a friend, from the best friend, whom you know for a very long time, and you know him personally, and you know all the shit that he went through, it's just such an inspiration, such a motivation. Like, it's such a motivation to reach that kind of level, and also not only that, be successful academics. Like, it's just so inspirational. It inspired me. Like, it's making me emotional right now. It's so inspirational. It just inspired me to even push more, to even pursue my visions, and to just push. I'm a bit sick, but sorry. I just recovered from a cold a couple days ago. What's crazy, from this cold I recovered like so quickly, because I think it's not about also the cold. It's like I have shit to do, so my body knows, it's not like like this guy needs things done, so let's get him repaired, let's get him back on track. So I think it's so much connected with my mind. Everything is connected with the mind and with the thoughts and how you think. That's whole another. I was just diving deep so recently into these like topics, reading Marcus Aurelius Meditations. It's so nice. Like, another topic. But let's go now to our topic I want to talk about. What was it about? About yesterday I went skiing, but skiing not in like mountains, skiing on my lake, so it was like a flat ground, and I went with my father. So I was planning to do like a solo trip, a very long solo trip, like 10-hour trip, going basically to the very end of I have this huge lake near my house, so like a very huge lake. It's like spans like 40 kilometers, huge lake. So I just wanted to do this big trip, but I decided it's my first time skiing, so and I wanted to spend some time with my father. So we went together, and basically when I started, I think this ski trip has taught me 3 things. So when we started skiing, it was so, the view itself was so crazy. It was, at the same time, it was snowing. There were so many people, so many fishermen, fishermen fishing, and I was so shit at skiing. I was basically walking. I had never really skied, so my technique wasn't there. And for the first, I would say 10 kilometers, I felt like shit. Like this skiing thing is bullshit. It's bullshit. I could walk faster. Like, you waste so much energy skiing, and like it's bullshit, you know. Why I was thinking like that? Because I didn't know the technique. So only after like 10 kilometers, even 15 kilometers of like this hard skiing, you know, 15 kilometers could see like not much, but when you ski on a very deep snow, that took like 5 hours. 5 hours of pushing my body skiing, you know, with the sticks. So after only that, when it got dark, remember we arrived when it was daytime. When it got dark, only then I was able to ski normally. And only then, and imagine. So, and then I finally understood, shit, this is so nice. I can go much faster on the tracks. Like if there's tracks, I can go much faster. If I synchronize my body right, I can go much faster. And you know what? Then I started enjoying skiing. Then it became fun for me. So it was the same lesson I was taught of windsurfing, but I was taught it again because of windsurfing. I've been windsurfing for like 8 years. Only after 2 years I started to actually loving it. So before after 1 year, I was still so shit at it. I wanted to quit. Really, I wanted to quit. I sent my mother an email, said, yo, like all of these kids, you know, they are in this windsurfing stuff when they were kids, and I got only here when I was like a teenager. Like Magnus Carlsen started when he was young, you know, and so basically there is no future for me. And you know what my mother said, like, stay for a bit. I understand you, stay for a bit. And no, I just you know, I just didn't have anything to do. So yeah, I went, and finally, after staying consistent for a while, I finally started enjoying it. You know why? Because I got good. So it's the thing, you know. I think it just breaks the principle down that when you become actually good at something, it's not like you need to feel. Of course, you can feel with intention, but I think there's this prejudice that you need to know. Oh, it's your field. Oh yeah, he's meant for this field. He knew it was. Bro, when I went to windsurfing, I was dog shit. I was so bad. Same as skiing, you know. I'm not a pro, you know, but like now I can ski. So and you only start enjoying it when you actually get good with everything, with literally everything. So I think it's like with everything, you know. I think my data set is like 2 skills, but 3 skills. Calisthenics. I started calisthenics because I was so skinny, you know, and I was just tired of it. Tired of being that way, tired of being weak, you know, physically, and I think mentally a bit, psychologically, I would say. So I started doing calisthenics, you know, for the sole reason, and I wasn't really, I just started working out, and you know, after 3 years, I got good. I started doing muscle ups, and you know, sometimes when I was a couple times in gym, you know, people come up to me, ask, yo, how you do solos, how you do muscle up? You do them so so fast. And when I explain the technique, explain everything, I feel such fulfillment. Like, damn, I'm helping somebody. Somebody taught me muscle ups exactly the same way, and now I'm teaching somebody the same way, and he will learn. I know this knowledge will be useful, and maybe down the road he will teach somebody the same skill. So yeah, so with 3 skills, I think that's a good enough data set. Yeah, so yeah, another thing. So yeah, I learned to ski. Going back to the ski trip, I learned to ski. Then second thing, I learned to basically just understand that your conscious mind is constantly putting limiting beliefs in you. basically we were so far from it was getting late, and it was dark, and it was so far from our car. It was like 5 hours, and there wasn't, basically it was like, okay, it was 5 kilometers, but there weren't any tracks, so you actually need to push through the snow, and it was so tiring. Holy shit, it was so tiring. So basically, you know, my body all the time was like saying, yo, this is so hard, this is so hard, I cannot go any further, and I'm just tired, you know, all of these things. And I was generally feeling like, next 100 meters, I'm done. After those 100, okay, next 100, I'm really done. After that, no, I'm finished. And you know what? I just kept going. I just kept going. Kept going. Boom, I'm at the car. And I just pushed. And you know, after going that distance, I think I could go for the entire night like that. Of course, I would be very tired, and I am tired today, but I could have done it. Technically, practically, I could have done it. So it's just I think pushing past these limiting beliefs is so essential, and just it's taught me a lesson to also that. And you know, it's one thing when you read in a book, but that's why life is meant to be experienced. You're meant to experience this and go through this. And when you actually yourself go through this, you know, like, yo, you can actually do this. You can actually feel that you cannot do this, but then you do it. Then you do it. So it's like that. You understand that it can be done. So yeah, and the third lesson I was taught is about momentum. So when you're skiing and when you're going on the skis, especially in the snow, not from some mountain, you know, where you all have momentum from the ski lift, that you have this potential energy, but when you're going on a flat surface, basically when you stop moving, you go for a bit, but then you just stop. And if you go slowly, you don't even take into the you don't even feel the benefit of the ski, of the sliding, you know. So basically it goes to the quote from I think, Atomic Habits: we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems, basically. So you know, if your goal is to move, like specifically for this occasion, you could try to go on skis, and you can try to do this random technique, you could think, oh I will do this and I will get to my point, but you will get so tired, and let's be real, you will give up. But if you try to systemize it and analyze, okay, for example, I had a good example, my father, who skied for a long time. So I just, okay, like, let's analyze what this guy is doing. What I'm not doing. So, okay, he's synchronizing his body, his arms in a crisscross fashion while he's going. So let's try to do the same. Okay. Let's try to understand how the motion, how the energy is being transferred from the legs, from the arms, how everything is being connected. Sorry, my dog is barking. How everything is being connected, and keeping that motion, keeping the motion, and it's not like I needed rest, you know. I as I said, I just kept the motion and got to my point. So basically, another thing is to keep the motion going, because as soon as you stop and you start going, oh, I need a little bit rest, I need to ski a bit slower. Okay, we're back. So like, somebody was calling me, and my mother was calling me because of the dog, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So what I was saying is, basically, when you're skiing, right, so like, or when you're doing any kind of activity, when you stop the momentum, like, you just lose the motion, you know. So it's the same way of keeping the motion. So yeah, that's the summarization of the last point, and I think that's pretty much it. Right now I'm about to do calisthenics. I'm about to work some more, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So peace.